Vocal groups and soloists exploded onto the pop scene in the mid to late 1990s, and in 2002, THQ released video game titles based on one of those hottest acts, Britney Spears. Britney's Dance Beat released on the PlayStation 2, Game Boy Advance, and PC that year, and oddly, Game Ubaka has a strange history with the release of the PlayStation 2 version. Game Ubaka just turned 14 years old, but going back even further, the very first website I ever created was called Freestyle Fanatics, based on the group of friends I had that played Dance Dance Revolution together. This was expertly crafted on the GeoCities platform in late 2000, early 2001, and occasionally documented our DDR and arcade adventures at the time. For whatever reason, this website was completely wiped in late 2002, early 2003, whether through GeoCities error or someone tampering with the site. I never found out what happened or had any means to recover the site. I logged on one day and every bit of the website was eviscerated from existence, so any attempt to possibly locate anything via Wayback Machine has been very unsuccessful for me. One of the features on Freestyle Fanatics came when Britney's Dance Beat released in 2002, and a few members in the group started talking mad trash about the game based solely on the fact that it featured the pop star. One of these people was my very good friend KC1313, who was actually featured on Game Ubaka because one time we played an entire hour of Virtual On for my birthday a couple of years ago.
No, it's a tie!
We tied? What happened?
I hit you first.
I win, you win. What just happened? I don't know what compelled me to do this, but I decided to run out to the local Walmart in the middle of the night, and sure enough, the location had a copy of Britney's Dance Beat for sale. I purchased this fine game software and forced KC to play it with me. Freestyle Fanatics had a few joke updates, and one of these was a big page dedicated to Britney's Dance Beat. This page featured this photo of KC and myself, along with terribly fuzzy television screenshots taken with a disposable camera. This photo of KC and myself is, to my knowledge, the sole thing that survived Freestyle Fanatics, and is the single oldest piece of media tying me to the internet. We played through the single player content and some versus matches, and at the end of the session, I got him to admit it. The game actually isn't that bad. We loved rhythm games, and really the only thing holding Dance Beat back was the need to enjoy Britney's music and embracing that the game only had 5 music tracks. And that's what we leaned on to create this strange fan page for Britney's Dance Beat on our website dedicated to Dance Dance Revolution. Casey somehow kept hold of this photo, and this whole situation is something we still look back on and laugh about. Because essentially this was a website set up for a small circle of friends, it's wishful thinking that even 10 people in the world saw this page. After starting from square one again, I opted to switch gears and create Northwest Ohio Freestyle, NWO Freestyle, which was a more serious and community-focused site that provided updates on Toledo area arcade locations, tournament organization, and even fundraisers we did at arcades. May 8th, 2022 recently passed us by on the calendars, and in the Freestyle Fanatics circle, that meant the 20th release anniversary of Britney's Dance Beat for the PlayStation 2 in the United States. We still got about 3 months yet for its Japanese release anniversary, so now I feel a little less foolish about it taking this long to get to this video. So, let's talk about this video game, in which its music and video backgrounds will probably obliterate my YouTube channel with copyright strikes. Britney's Dance Beat is actually quite simple. You choose a character with the goal of auditioning to be one of Britney Spears' live tour background dancers. You do this by playing an edit of 5 of Britney's songs: Baby One More Time, Oops, I Did It Again, Stronger, Overprotected, and I'm a Slave for You. If you can perform better than the CPU opponent in these stages, you advance to 5 more auditions where you play through full versions of those songs. Clearing songs also awards unlock points, which allows the player to view behind the scenes videos, as well as videos of live performances of the game's songs. And for the time, these live performance videos were actually pretty cool, because they were implemented with a 360-degree video technology that allows you to move the camera around and check out these performances from different perspectives. A single player can also go into a practice mode and play through songs at their leisure, with no pressure to compete against another dancer. It's a bare-bones feature set, and that's ultimately the biggest drawback with the game. A rhythm game such as Dance Dance Revolution Max was giving us nearly 70 reduced length songs and a couple of different game modes on a disc at this time. There just isn't much to do in Britney's Dance Beat, and even being a big fan of Britney Spears will only get you so far with this game. But the game's real secret attraction is in its 2-player mode. When you're able to play this versus mode with somebody who is of equal skill, things get pretty competitive. The audition mode gradually ramps up each song's difficulty, and what is at play here is that each song has 5 different difficulty charts, ranging from easy to hard. This provides a wide range of difficulty so the players can find charts that will challenge them. The real secret sauce in this versus mode, though, is the fact that your character choice matters beyond the cosmetics. For every 10 combos the player earns, your character sends an attack over to the opponent. This includes throwing extra commands onto the opponent's playfield, causing commands to suddenly move before the cursor reaches it, and sending commands into a spinning roulette until just before the cursor reaches it. Playing rhythm games as much as I do, even if you set I'm a Slave for You to its highest difficulty, I would say it's only moderately difficult. You have to pay attention, but it certainly isn't hard. However, when the opponent is constantly messing with your input commands, this becomes an entirely different game that will keep even seasoned rhythm game players slightly on their toes. You also have to consider that some characters add extra commands in their attack, which results in the opponent potentially comboing even faster and really slinging the attacks back and forth. It's almost like the developer knew what they were doing in creating a player versus player rhythm dancing game experience. Metro. Oh, okay, it all makes sense now. Is Britney's Dance Beat some must-have rhythm game title? Nah. It's good at best, but in my opinion, it's fine. It's a fantastic 2-player rhythm gaming setup that would likely get far more mileage attached to a wider variety of music. Still, when you consider that even in 2022, Britney's Dance Beat barely sells for $10, so it really isn't the worst rhythm game you could choose to put in your collection. But for Game Mubaka, it's about the memory of our Britney's Dance Beat fan page. So, to celebrate 20 years, Casey and I tried our best to recreate that photo from the past. And we even threw the game into the PlayStation 2 to give it a spin. Fancy that, the Britney's Dance Beat multiplayer was still a passably fun time all these years later. The game features very simple commands. I mean, every button listed in the instruction manual is given the action of dance. So it was very simple to get back into the groove of the game, even though we hadn't played it in nearly 2 decades. The character choices came into play as the extra directional inputs from Dan's attacks sent a barrage of doubles commands over to Casey's playfield. We went all in and cranked up the difficulty to compete in Britney's Dance Beat at the highest possible level. Nothing was going to stop us on this night.
The remix. The cursed Britney.
Alright, we're good with this.